This is the new INDO trick scooter. This is for jumping on trampolines, and whoever invented this clearly has a mind where they were taking an old skateboard and an old scooter and they were trying to basically mash them into one, but yet still have it rotate like it shows in the picture here. It's pretty impressive. This is the 570. I believe there's other models, but I didn't do a ton of research on that side. The main reason I'm doing this is, believe it or not, I already assembled it. I'm going to disassemble some of it to show you why the assembly's a little tricky. These are the instructions, and they're okay. The part, here are all the parts, and then the main board, and here's the main board. I would say it's probably 2.5 inches thick. It's a very dense foam, very dense foam. It is flexible, but not a ton. Now, when you put body weight on it and it's connected to the handle, it's pretty flexible, but it seems to be very durable. Granted, it's brand new. It does come with the 2 handlebar grips and then all these different pieces, which seems pretty self-explanatory, but is a little bit tricky when you get down to step 4 here. So step 1 is really, really easy. So I'm not going to show this to you because it's not difficult. So this piece right here that goes into the handlebars doesn't look like anything else. This piece right here slides into the handlebars, lines up with the hole here. So there's a thread in this little piece, and then this bolt just goes into that thread and creates the stem. So this is the stem, and then here are your 2 grips. For the grips, I recommend, I've always done this, don't ask me why, I learned this 30 years ago. Spray the inside with hairspray right here, and then they'll just slide right on, and when the hairspray dries, it's really tacky and sticky, and they'll stay on forever. Now, this is the part that's a little tricky. This disc, it's not even a spacer, it's more like a cover. It's this piece right here. Make sure you slide this onto I don't even know what you call it. The main part, the main pole here. The extender. Make sure you slide this on first. And if you'll notice, you'll see where there's a bunch of indentions on the bottom. That goes facing towards the top of the deck. So the smooth part's on top, and then underneath looks like this. So make sure you slide this on first before you do this part. Now I'm going to show you what this part means. All right, so here's the tricky part. So you're going to find this piece right here is going to slide into the 2 holes, and you'll notice that it's about equidistant on each side. If you look in here, there's actually a rim right here. It's very hard plastic, and if you were to put your finger in here, you can tell that it slides, it's all the way around, and this is basically going to allow this to spin and not, what's the way to put it? It's like a bearing, basically. It's like almost like a cheap way to make a bearing without actually having a bearing. So if you look here back at the instructions on number 2, you slide that piece in I just showed you, and then there's a little disc right here that goes on that covers it up, and there's a bolt. All right, so you're gonna slide this in first, and you're gonna cover it up basically to keep it there with this disc and this bolt. And then keep going down the road here, and then you'll, whoops, sorry about that. And you notice right here, well, your handlebars should already be on. That's easy. That part's, I'm not, like I said, I'm not showing you that. It's really easy. 4 bolts on the side. And then basically what you do is you line up that top cover, which is this. It's got 2 holes on the top, like this. One here and one here. And then you're gonna line them up with these 2 holes right here using these 2 screws, right? So those 2 screws are what hold this thing together so you can spin. Now, when you first put it in, it doesn't really matter where this goes, right? Because it's gonna spin. You just wanna make sure it seats down into that area, I guess what you call it, where that hard plastic is. And you want to make sure you line up your 2 screw holes, and then use just a regular Phillips screwdriver and screw both of those in. All right, now that those are nice and tight, they're both all the way in, this is flush, you'll notice that you can spin it. It doesn't come out at the top, so it's in there. And you have assembled your INDO trick scooter. Hope that helps.